Hello and welcome to jobskillshare.org. This video is for people who are actually taking labs on jobskillshare.org. So let me show you. Basically, they went in there, they clicked on this link, and they picked the help desk administrator lab. And then after that, there's a let me show you right here. There's basically a little sign-in sheet where you wait for a list. We send you an email that your lab is ready. Then when you get the files and everything, you get to this point. Now, you started the lab and you would like to know, how do I take a snapshot? What if I do 3 hours of work? How can I take a snapshot so then if I do mess up something or maybe something happens, I can get back to that point? To do that, I am going to show you that on this server, which is going to be your domain controller. This is not a domain controller at this point right now, but let's say you want to make this server as a domain controller. You have done 4 hours of work, so let's do a little test. I'm not going to make it a domain controller, but I'm going to show you just a little quick test here. So let's just add something, test 1. So let's say, for example, you spend 1 hour and consider this test 1 hour. You're done with the whole 1 hour work, and now you want to capture this. You want to make a snapshot of this, because if you mess up something the next time, you want to be able to come back to this point, not start everything from scratch. So what you want to do, you spend that 1 hour in test 1. What we're going to do is take a snapshot. So you can name it like, my first snapshot. Okay, you can give it a description if you want to. You can lock the new snapshot. So we're going to lock it right now. And what you're going to do is, you see right here, if you see this in the lab that you can see this, you can right click here, uncheck the lock, and just move it to the top. So now you can see your OK button, or you can do a full screen and then you will see over there. So now I'm going to take a snapshot. So right now I took my snapshot. It was pretty quick, right? So done. Now I took my snapshot. Now what happened is this. What if I come back and I spend another 2 hours, and I'm going to say test 2. Let's say I spend another 2 hours, but I messed up in the second hour. I don't want all these changes. I really want to go back to test 1. I don't want to go back to the first time you got this lab. I don't want to go there. But I want to go to test 1. How do I get back? All I have to do is to go back to my application, restore the snapshot, and you can see right here, this is the first one that you took. So I'm going to go ahead and click next and reboot. So now when I reboot this, that test 2 should go away and I should get only test 1. Now, let me tell you this, that when you're working on a snapshot, you're basically telling a machine to do that work and get back, so it's going to take a little time. For these two servers, it's going to be very fast. It's not going to be that long. But if you're doing a snapshot on these 3 machines, these are not SSD. Now in our future labs, we're going to make this SSDs, so you can also have a really fast experience with all of these labs. That is our goal right now, to make everything SSD, because most of the companies are going towards that. Most of the people are using that. The other hard drives are pretty slow, so you're gonna have, we want to, when we give you the lab experience, we want you to forget about all the slowness and everything, and you focus on just learning the skills. So let's see if our machine is up. As you can see how fast this was. Only took me about a minute when I was talking to you guys, and it's back up again. That's how cool these labs are, that you will have no worries by, when you're doing mistakes, you want to get back, you can see your second hour of mistakes just went away like that. Now that is pretty cool. When you do your stuff, like when you learn things, this is where people get stopped. People have hardware and stuff like that, and then they cannot wait. They cannot sit down there and say, okay, I messed up the whole second hour. Now if I do, I have to create another machine and do all that again. I cannot get back to this. So this is why I say that making all of these SSDs is going to help you a lot when you do your labs. I know you're going to do a lot of mistakes, so this is why I want to show you guys how to take a snapshot and how to restore it. You can use this on any server, and all of these, like, let me just show you how fast these are. Like when you open it, this is how quickly they open. No lag. This is really fast computers right here. Now if you do the same thing on these two machines, you're going to see the difference. First of all, see, it's taking a little time by just opening the application. Even though it's not that bad, but still it's going to be not the same experience that you're going to have with SSDs, because when you do a snapshot on these machines, it's probably going to take a little time. Let me see if I can do a little test here. So I'm logging into Windows 7 right now, and I have a snapshot for this machine. So let me open it. As you can see, there's a little wait in this. I'm still waiting for the application to come up. Let's click on it one more. There you go. Just came up. So now I'm going to say, okay, you know what? I want to go back, restore the system. You remember the same thing is happening here. Unlock this, go up like that, and reboot. And logging off, gone. That machine is getting restored right now again. So you can do this method, if you're working on something. Most likely you're going to be working on this server, app server, where you have all the applications for help desk. And again, when we do videos, we're going to do videos on all of this, so you can see everything. You can just match everything and do the same way. But sometimes you might want to use your own applications, and maybe we'll do more videos where we will not add it to these application lists. You will just download it from the internet in this 7 days, and then you will be trying things. So you'll mess up things, and that's why you have this snapshot ability that is going to make your life really easy. So I'm going back to my Windows 7, and you can see I'm still not getting the Windows 7 up again. So it's still doing it. It's still doing the snapshot. It's still running right now. It's been more than a minute now. So that is the power of SSDs. I mean, this video is helping a lot of people that are taking these labs. But at the same time, if you're considering, should I use buy SSD computers, or should I just stick with the old hard drive? Oh, there's a 3 TB hard drive or 2 TB hard drive with such a cheap amount. Now, yeah, that's a lot of space. But if you're looking for productivity and you want to do things faster, then even 250 SSD is way better in my case than 1 TB hard drive, because of the amount of things you can do with it, the amount of. So we are back again. After I had to pause the video, so it took me a few minutes to get this back up and running, so you can see the difference clearly. So that's it, guys. I mean, I just wanted to show you guys, if you guys are doing labs, it will help you. If you're considering the SSD versus normal hard drives, this might also help you. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys in a different video.